I will see Dr. Bashir whenever I please. Furthermore, from now on, I will sit in on all interrogation sessions to make sure his rights are observed. Do I make myself clear?
I believe so.
Who allowed this man to come to the ship and make these interrogations? Who allowed this Inquisition? Because clearly he shouldn't be doing it. What's up to all of my lovely people out there? I am milkywayflier, giving you a galaxy of games, reactions, and reviews for the stories they tell and the worlds they leave behind. And today, we're back at it again with Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 18, The Inquisition. We're reacting to this episode. I'm excited for it because the last episode was crazy with Gul Dukat, Kira and her mom, and the whole thing about it was absolutely wild. If you want to see that reaction, check it out. Hear all of my thoughts on it because that was a really good episode. It was a crazy episode. And I feel like we're just getting deeper and deeper into the craziness that is Season 6 of Deep Space Nine. So without further delay, let's get to it because I know some crazy things are about to happen in this episode and the one to come, which is in the pale moonlight. But let's not get there yet. Let's not go there yet. Let's go right here to the reaction of Season 6, Episode 18, Inquisition. Let's go.
Doctors always hold their conferences at sunny resorts.
Ours is a grim profession. Don't you think we deserve a break from all the illness and death?
Well, don't forget to take plenty of sunscreen.
I was gonna say medical conferences are like fun times for them, is what I've heard. If that's true, I don't know, but that's what I heard.
Something tells me I'm gonna need a lot of fractaginos today.
Is this a Julian episode? Because I'm down for a Julian episode. I feel like they're setting us up for something terrible to happen in this episode.
What's going on?
Internal affairs.
What are they doing here?
They're not saying.
Internal affairs? Isn't that just another name for Section 31? What is this going to be about, guys?
Hot buttered scones, moba jam, red leaf tea. Please.
That sounds wonderful. Why can't they have food? Are they starving them out, like, to help them comply a bit more? But why would they need to do that?
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. The last time you tried to attend a medical conference, you were taken prisoner by the Dominion.
An experience I wouldn't care to repeat.
I'm sure you wouldn't. But 5 weeks in a Dominion prison camp? I can't imagine what that must have been like.
Not pleasant.
What are you saying? That he became a traitor within this time frame?
Before you started working with them, Starfleet Medical described them as alienated, uncommunicative, and hostile. And
Because they alienated them, stopped communicating with them, and made them out to be hostile.
Human beings are more adaptable to incarceration than Klingons.
especially when they're genetically engineered.
Meaning what?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's move on to...
Julian says you better back off, dude.
I'm a loyal Starfleet officer and will not answer any more questions unless I'm formally charged and can respond with the benefit of counsel.
I've had enough of your lies, Doctor.
Okay, sir.
You think you're smarter than the rest of us, don't you? You think you're smarter than the millions of brave men and women who put their lives on the line for the Federation?
Is he not one of those brave men who put his life on the line?
the truth out of you. And when I'm done, I'm gonna take whatever's left of you and I'm gonna lock it away.
What?
Guards!
This sounds like he's just a little jealous that he's not as smart as Bashir. And why did he yell guards if they're standing right there? Now, something's not right. This is very odd behavior. Feels like it's a dream or something. It feels very surreal.
Director Sloan, have you received orders from Starfleet to relieve me of my command of this station?
I haven't.
Well then, as long as I remain in command, I will see Dr. Bashir whenever I please. Furthermore, from now on, I will sit in on all interrogation sessions to make sure his rights are observed. Do I make myself clear?
I believe so.
All right, then. Bye-bye. Jeez Louise. Who allowed this man to come to the ship and make these interrogations? Who allowed this Inquisition? Because clearly he shouldn't be doing it.
We were looking for ways to save as many lives as possible. Now, if you take the time to examine the findings...
Captain, you took the time to examine the findings, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, no. Don't bring that back up. Don't bring that back up. Don't bring that back up. No.
No.
Of course not. No loyal Starfleet officer could.
Oh wow. It's not about loyalty.
Doctor, you're about to spend the rest of this war in a maximum security cell.
Nah, this isn't.
Unless Your thumbprint on this confession.
No, buddy.
And throw it out of the nearest airlock.
I was gonna say he could do something else with it, but you know that works too. This is weird. What is he up to? And they're so cocky. Those two of them are so cocky.
Stop it!
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's...
Good evening, Doctor.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa,
Welcome home.
No, something is not right. Julian is not a traitor. Julian is not a traitor.
I don't remember any of it.
Of course not. You suppressed the memories.
This has to be some kind of simulation. Nah, bruh. It's the same stickers behind him are the same ones that were in that prison.
Why would you both be trying to convince me of the same lie? Unless...
You're the same person. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
You?
Oh, dang. It's like, don't text me.
It's all right.
Of course it's all right.
But you dislocated it yesterday when...
This ain't real. This isn't real. Yep. Lies, because we didn't play spring ball.
You dislocated it kayaking in the holosuite.
Yep. It's all lies. It's not real.
You're right, Doctor. None of it was real. But I am.
Section 31. They wearing black. Section 31. Why are they doing this though? Is he being like recruited?
Section 31 was part of the original Starfleet charter.
But that was 200 years ago. Are you telling me you've been working on your own ever since?
It's like the Vision from Nikita. He said, you can try to expose us, but I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy. We just men in blacked you.
I can't believe the Federation condones this kind of activity.
Personally, I find it hard to believe they wouldn't.
When push comes to shove, are we willing to sacrifice our principles in order to survive?
Y'all know y'all are.
The next time he asks you to join his little group, you will say yes.
Well, congratulations, Doctor. Looks like you're going to get to play a spy after all.
Uh-oh.
For real.
Cool. Can he tell O'Brien? Okay, guys, what an episode. What an episode. So many different things. The first thing is that I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was great. It reminded me of an episode of Law and Order where the entire episode just centers around finding out if this person did it or didn't do it. Also, it reminds me of that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Sterling K. Brown in it when they're trying to figure out if he is the one who actually murdered his dentist partner, and they just sat in that interrogation room and just drilled him and drilled him and drilled him until he finally gave whether he did it or not. I can't tell you if he did or if he didn't do it, but watch it. It's a great fun episode to watch. But yeah, it reminded me of a really good Law and Order episode. Just a single room with two individuals going back and forth over a case, and if they did it or if they didn't do it. I also think this was a really cool way to introduce Section 31. I don't know if this is the first time the secret organization was introduced into Star Trek, but if it was, this was a really cool way to do that. And I like that Bashir is finally going to be able to play spy. I don't know if he's going to like it the same way he does in the holosuite, because it's going to be life and death. It's going to be really, really real. And these people are clever. They're clever. They have good technology. They don't have any moral basis, it seems. That Sloan guy was weird. He came out looking like pure evil, just manipulative, smiling in his face, intentionally aggravating him, going through his quarters, sending him the wrong food on purpose. Guy is clever. He really is clever. The whole setup was really nice. It was well done, if I say so myself. The whole episode was just well done. The interrogation, the tricks, it was good. You can tell they had 200 years to work up plans like this, because Bashir, if he wasn't genetically enhanced mentally, I feel like he would have fallen for it. It was well done. It was well done. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed the interrogation part. And it was crazy because I was trying to figure out what was going on. I knew Bashir couldn't be a traitor. I knew that he just couldn't be a traitor. I figured that if he was, it had to have been repressed. But even then, I was like, he still wouldn't be a traitor. That's just not in his nature to be traitorous. Bashir is a good guy. He started off a little, a little naive and dumb in the first few seasons of Deep Space Nine, but his loyalty has grown stronger as we've gotten to season 6. And for Section 31 to come up and for us to be introduced to them in Deep Space Nine, I completely understand why Georgiou from the Terran universe and Star Trek Discovery moved to Section 31, because it fits her perfectly. If Sloane is any indication of what kind of person they accept into Section 31, I mean, the world was shaped. The Section 30 world was shaped for Georgiou to join them and to be an agent, a secret spy agent, and she does it so well. But that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic. I enjoyed this episode thoroughly. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. When you first watched this, did you think that Julian was a traitor? I didn't think he was a traitor. I thought it would have been better if he was repressed as a traitor. I thought it would have been better if he was a traitor being repressed versus a willing traitor, but I figured he wasn't a traitor at all. And I knew the whole freaking world wasn't real. It just didn't seem real. Everybody was a bit off. They weren't connecting in the same way they usually connect with Julian or with each other. It was just definitely odd. And then when that room was had a table and Julian was able to sit on the side of the table, and then he came back in at the second time and he was sitting at the head of the table, something about that just, it was the design of it all was too perfect. The first table had him set up as a friend. The second table was an interrogation. It was just all weird. It was all wrong. It was just off just a little bit. That hinted that that world wasn't real. And I'm glad we figured out that the world wasn't real just as a whole. This was a great episode. So let me know in the comments below. Did you think Julian was a traitor when you first watched this episode? Alright guys, I am milkywayflier, giving you a galaxy of games, reactions, and reviews for the stories they tell and the worlds they leave behind. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.